Hey everyone, Matt from Planet OSRS here. Welcome to the Complete King Black Dragon Guide. I'm going to go over gear and inventory and break down the fight here for you. There's not a whole lot to this, so this should be a fairly short guide, but we can go ahead and get into it here. Okay, everybody. So, as far as gear for KBD, it's really just a matter of what you're comfortable risking because KBD is in the wilderness. You have to go through the wilderness to get there. His actual lair is not in the wilderness, but we are going to be going through the wilderness to get there. So, it's all just a matter of what you're comfortable risking. I can pray protect item in the event that I get PK'd, but we'll cover all of that fun stuff at the end as well. So, as far as gear goes, I'm taking the Helm of Neznanot. Infernal Cape, Fury, Rada's Blessing. I'm going to use the Dragon Hunter Lance because I'm going to be meleeing him. Proselyte, Plate Body, and Plate Legs, Dragon Fire Shield, Barrow's Gloves, Dragon Boots, and a Berserker Ring. Now, you can downgrade. There's a couple of downgrades that you can make here. Obviously, as far as the shield goes, you can definitely downgrade there to just the plain dragon, anti-dragon shield. And black D-hide tops and bottoms work very good at KBD as well. I've used them both. I think the Proselyte just gives a better prayer boost. So that's the gear. As far as inventory goes, this is how I like to set mine up. Again, this is by no means the definitive way. I'm always very, consistent in saying set it up however it makes the most sense for you. But I'm going to be running with an Antidote Plus Plus, just an extended anti-fire, and a super combat potion. Sometimes in the fight I'll take 2 doses as my stats start to deplete because KBD can drain some of your stats. And then just 3 to 4 prayer pots. I'm going to be using my house teleports just to get to KBD, but you can bring a burning amulet that works really well. It drops you off at the lava maze and then you just kind of run up and around. We'll go over that when we get there. So I'm going to go ahead and get there here. But yeah, 3 to 4 prayer pots, some good food, and then burning amulet if you need it, just to teleport out. So I'm going to go ahead and get this started here. And as I'm kind of going here, just a plug for the clan. Our Discord link is down in the description. We would love to see you there. We're trying to grow out the Discord, grow out the clanning game. So if you like the content and you're looking for a clan to join, we would love to have you at Planet OSRS. So I'm going to go ahead here. I have my destination set. And just teleport to the destination. Yes, I know it's going to be in the wilderness. Let me turn my camera back. And just kind of running. KBD's kind of down and over here, kind of by the Chaos Fanatic. He's right here. The teleport for the Burning Amulet will drop you off right over here. It's actually going to drop you like right here in this general area. So if you're using the Burning Amulet to get in here, this is where it'll drop you off. His lair is just right up over here, so we'll just kind of run back up and around over here. Open the gate. Hopefully there's nobody there at this time. I like to set my antidote now as I'm coming down the ladder just because these spiders are poisonous. I always like to check the lever before I pull it just to make sure I'm not crashing anybody. And then there's nobody there, so I'm going to go ahead and drink my anti-fire potion, pull the lever, get in there. Alright, so we're in KBD's lair here. I'm going to go ahead and pot up. Typically I sit my potions, the anti-fire and the antidote plus plus before I get here. I'm going to go ahead and drink the last super combat, and he found me. So I'm just going to pray piety and protect from melee. And then that's really all there is to it. He has a couple of special attacks that we'll go over and talk about here as I'm doing this kill. This is all there is to the kill. He's kind of roaming the room when you come in here at first, so it's just a matter of finding him finding you. He'll respawn in the middle of the room here in just a minute, but I would pray. I recommend, there's a couple schools of thought on KBD. Some people, when you're up like this, will take off piety and just go protect from melee, and then eat a little bit more so they have the inventory space to pick up everything. I pretty much just go in kills per trip though, because I mean, I'm here for the pet, and so I just keep them on the whole time, turn them off at the end of the kill, obviously. And that's, really all there is to it. So it's just kind of picking up what you can when you have inventory slots available. I'm going to run up here to the middle of the room, and he'll spawn in somewhere in this general vicinity here in just a moment. There he is. And it's right back to it. So we'll touch on his special attacks here. He has it's like a green, it looks like dragon fire that's green. It's a poison attack that can be negated with the antidote. Two anti-fire things are like points in your favor will negate his dragon fire. So you have the extended anti-fire and then the dragon fire shield, so you're good there. He has a ice attack that can freeze you. That can be annoying when you're first getting in here and you're trying to like find him and close the gap and get into melee range, so that one can be a little bit annoying. The only one that you're really going to have to watch out for is he can drain your stats. In the chat box over there, it'll say that you feel weakened. So you'll see that pop up, but you can also just kind of keep an eye down here. If you're above 99 when you get close, or below 99, or below whatever your whatever your stats are there, you can always double up on a combat potion as well. So not a big deal. He drops 2 black dragon hides per kill. What I usually do is prioritize those over the bones, or just kind of bury the bones, or whatever. It all just kind of depends there. And the freeze attack, I should mention, the freeze attack, if he hits you within melee range, it will freeze you and it will stop you from fighting him. So it can be a little bit annoying there. It can draw kills out. So that's really all there is to it then. It's just kind of keeping your prayer points up, and then just praying whatever offensive boosting prayers you have, whatever's best there. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this kill here, and then what we'll do is get into, I'm going to talk about what to do if you encounter a PKer here. And I am not hitting. You'll have laws in the fight like that where it's just like nothing's going. And see, now I have a little bit more inventory space. I'll go back and pick up some stuff here. Cool. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about what happens when you get PK'd, or if that's something that you're trying to avoid. It is something that you want to be mindful of with the entrance to his lair being in the wilderness, so we'll go ahead and talk about that here. All right, so typically PKers like to chill out somewhere over in this vicinity. If you're coming down from the obelisk up over this way, or you're coming up and around the corner, you're not really going to see them if they stand up over here. They'll try to freeze you, and I kind of found that their MO is basically kind of switching to ranged at that point. So if you happen to see somebody, they're probably going to freeze you at first. So as soon as you can move, I would just recommend running south. Just run south. They're probably going to prioritize freezing you first, because tele block's really not going to be an issue until you get down into some of the lower levels. Glories will get you out of here at level 30. If not, it's below level 20. Now, I'm petty. I will purposely just start dosing up my prayer potions and eating as much food as I possibly can, because typically you're going to get PK'd as soon as you teleport in, so you're not going to have a full inventory of stuff. And it's just running south. Run when you can, eat whatever prayers that you have to boost your defense, and then just kind of try to prayer flick to whatever they're hitting you with. They'll probably switch between mage range. Sometimes they'll go within melee range, but it's all just a thing. And if they keep teleblocking you, then you'll just run, as far south as you can so you can hop the trench and be done with it. Protect mage, keeping that up to kind of keep some of the freezes to have the highest chance of them flicking isn't a bad idea. Just trying to tank some of the range damage. And then if it's looking like you're not going to be able to make it at that point, I would just try to eat your food and just to give them as little as they can if they're going to get you. It's being PK'd is not something that you're going to have to worry too much about. In over 8,000 kills at KBD, I think I've only been successfully killed a couple of times. It's only a couple 100K. Obviously, as it's getting close, as you're starting to run out of food and you're starting to just kind of burn through those last couple of prayer potions just to make sure that they get less from you. Make sure you have protect item on just to keep something extra there. But being PK'd is not something that I see, that happens a whole lot. I've only been successfully killed a couple different times. Most of the time I either get away or I just don't get PK'd at all. It's not a very commonplace, but it does happen. So if it's something that you're super worried about and concerned with, you can always bring a glory to get you out at level 30 or the royal teleport seed. But like I say, avoiding PKers is just a matter of your best defensive boosting prayer and you prayer flicking whatever combat style they're using and or I should say trying to prioritize keeping protect from mage on so the freezes will splash a little bit more often so you can keep moving. But it's really up to you. And then like I say, I try to burn through all my resources just because I'm petty. And that brings us to the end of the guide. So not a whole lot to this fight, just a few things to watch out for. But I hope you found it helpful and useful. Feel free to like and comment, share your thoughts, and go forth and conquer.